This experience will stay with you for the rest of your life.
So Law is a new anthology horror series coming to London Frightfest, and then I believe it'll be on streaming platforms in some places. I wasn't sure what to expect from this, but I do know one of the directors, James Bush, and he directed Predator Dark Ages. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's on YouTube now. I think it has about 16 million views. It's done really well. I loved what he did with Predator Dark Ages. It was better than a few of the other Predator sequels, but he was one of the directors telling one of the anthology stories in here, and they all had a hand in completing the story together. Now, what I liked about this, so there's one character, a guy that brings in 4 friends to the woods who needs them to tell their scariest story that's personal to them. And this dude has so much presence that you are immediately on edge. You're like, there's something wrong. And it's basically one of those excursions. You know, you do escape rooms, you do different type of fun things to do with friends, and so they end up telling personal horror stories to appease the forest so that they can go and experience something else. At least that is the story. As part of this excursion, this guy has told them what they need to do, and so we get to see their short horror films. Each of these are different, some supernatural, some very much folklore, some monster of the day, sort of creature feature. You have very interesting ways of showcasing that. I think if you're a fan of anthology horrors, you're going to like one more than the other, depending on what you love a horror to be. I personally love the first one. I thought it was excellent because it has a sort of creature feature feel to it, but it has a nice difference with the ending. One that I didn't see coming that I thought was great. I think I kind of saw it coming, but then when it was revealed, I was like, oh wow, that's so much better than I thought. So that's great. And then you have these other kind of influences of folklore, kind of really embracing that, the Hereditary sort of style. The moral of the story reminded me a lot of those anthology horror series back in the day that we had in the 80s, where the moral of the story is, you know, don't do this or be a good person or this might happen to you. It's a flip on those stories, but with the horror aspect. We have a lot of gore that is well done. We have a lot of suspense that is filmed well. Everybody here showcases what they can do. And I personally didn't love all of them. I thought one was particularly weaker than the others. I'm not going to say which, because I know how hard it is to make a film, and I don't want to take away the expertise shown here of pulling together a film, working with multiple talents. Perhaps people have different ideas of what they wanted to showcase or how they wanted to film it, how it's brought together to actually finish off the ending. Now, I would say the ending I didn't get. I thought I got it, but when I went to the director and I had to say, did it mean this? And he was like, lol, no, it actually meant this. So you probably need to concentrate more at the end to how the story wraps itself up. I would say this is very entertaining, dark in places, probably won't be your cup of tea for all 4, but you'll definitely find something to really enjoy from at least one of the stories, and then I think you will have your idea of what it means at the end. Definitely one to watch if you find it on the streaming service. I'm gonna give this 3 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
And you got one. Congratulations.
If I were to rate them individually, they would each have different scores, but because it's one film, kind of wraps it up and is joined together, I felt like I needed to rate it all together. So 3 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.